What about when you use the title "Walking Each Other Home"?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very moving title, I think, because to me, it conjures up the image that when we're really little, our parents take our hand. There's a little picture of
Yeah.
Debbie, for example. She's about 1 year old. She's with her mom on the beach, and her mom is walking her.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how in the latter stages of life it's reversed, and we
Yeah.
walk our parents home, right? So talk about that.
Mhm. Yeah. It was very, very literal for me that Jesus walked me home. He pushed me back to where I needed to be. And for me, once I was strong enough and I was able, then I could walk both my parents to their ultimate home. So Texas is home for me. I haven't looked back once. I used to love California, and now I just can't imagine being anywhere else. And then for both mom and dad, my dad had his Alzheimer, his dementia took a really horrible turn. It was brutal. He ended up in a lockdown facility because he was out of his mind. He was violent. It was horrible. And so mom moved in with me. And so I experienced both of their from the very beginning of sundowning and the different changes in both of them. And with mom at the very end, it was a lot like Benjamin Button. She went from the terrible twos and toddler years, and then at the end, changing diapers and caring for her as an infant. And it was hard, and it was a lot of times very sad, but it was the most rewarding and important thing I ever experienced in my life. I would do it again, and I wish I could do it again and fix the things I didn't do right. But
And right
that's
now, I think just wonderful though that is, most people at the end of it, your parents have passed away, and they would be like, "All right, well, you know what? That was a an ordeal. It was a sacrifice. It was spiritually uplifting. Time for me to mosey back to the life I left behind." But
yeah.
you didn't do that. Why not?
Even doing this, like interviews with you right now, it's almost I almost feel guilty promoting this and using media again to talk about something that I'm ultimately selling. I almost it's a I asked my church family to pray for me, specifically 1 John 2, 15 through 17. And that's all about not letting the world influence you. Once I got my life right side up with God and family as the priority, my children moved here. My son and daughter-in-law moved to Texas. They weren't ever going to have children. I've got 2 grandchildren now. I mean, every single good thing that could happen to someone has happened to me. I'm traveling, I'm doing things that I never dreamed possible. And I don't want ever to reprioritize something. But when my my book was supposed to launch yesterday, and I was up at midnight and I was fretting about because it didn't. It's still the paperback still isn't out, which is so frustrating. But I found myself feeling those old feelings that I used to about, oh no, it's the algorithms are going to be off, and oh no, what's it? And it's not supposed to be about that. So I feel like maybe God was putting me back where I need to be.
I mean, it's almost like
This,
what you're saying is that I won't say became a different person, but to some degree, yes. I mean, you yourself talked
yeah,
about being born again, and you
yeah,
you didn't move back in part because you didn't want to become your old self again. Is that part of what you're saying?
100%. Yeah, I feel like this life for me is nothing that 10 years ago I would have ever expected that I would want or care about. But I've become, I moving back here and following God's path instead of mine made me a better daughter and sister and mother. And now I am a fun grandmother and friend to people. And it's just been, it really has. My high school friends that I'm still very good close friends with now, they don't know, they don't remember, they don't know me this way. They were shocked, first of all, that I would come back at all. I was the one who everyone knew was going to leave and never come back. And here I am, sitting in front of my litter box and hoping my cat's not making noise. And
When the cultural tide turns against truth, it becomes more important than ever to support the storytellers who are willing to stand for it. And that's what Angel is doing. They're not just producing entertainment, they're giving a home to stories that reflect the principles this country was founded on: faith, family, and freedom. They've released films like Sound of Freedom, which expose modern day reality of child trafficking when Hollywood refused to touch it. They're backing projects like The Last Rodeo and Green and Gold, stories that celebrate middle America, sacrifice, and generational legacy. Angel isn't answering to Hollywood gatekeepers, they answer to their members, and that's where the Angel Guild comes in. Guild members vote on which projects move forward. They help support the stories that deserve to be told, and they're proving that when ordinary people unite behind truth, extraordinary things happen. Join the movement. Here's how you do it. Go to angel.com/Dinesh. Join the Angel Guild today. Support films that reflect your values. Angel.com/Dinesh.